another story time, and another story from our amazing Kasumi Rose. I'm going to tell you another story from her. I love this. This is very humble and wholesome. Now, I gave birth to my daughter. 2 days later, my very pregnant cat gave birth to her kittens. That's very amazing. Her first and only litter of kittens. My 10 plus years. I had to assist my kitty, full hands on because she didn't know what she was doing. The first one born was the most beautiful kitten I have ever seen. By the way, you ever have time to see a dog or a kitten or an animal give birth, it's the most beautiful, amazing thing ever to witness. I have once, and it was just surreal. Half her face was white and black, was most the head. The white arch over her eyebrow so perfectly. She had a black dot on the side of her nose. I love cats that have the unique patterns. Kind of like this little goofball right here. Let's see. Sorry. Half her nose was black. She was a typical cow pattern. It's a nice pattern on a cat. I love that. I needed to keep her warm after cleaning up, so I put her in her shirt and helped her with the next 3 kitten births. Kasumi, you're very kind-hearted, and I love that. My cat had 2 more kittens later that day on her own. I named this kitten Rumple. Like Rumpelstiltskin. When the babies got older, I kept Rumple because she was one of the imprinted on my scent as a mother and not her mom. We were very close. I stayed in that home for another year and a half, and then we moved out and had to leave my cat behind. I could never do that myself, but I know other people have to sometimes. Yeah. Alright, where was I? Sorry. Our new place didn't allow pets. Every place should always allow pets, no matter what. They're not just pets, they're family. Always. She had a good life on the farm. 5 years later, although I rarely visited, when I did, she was always happy to see me. Rumple always remembers you, always. They'll always remember you. They always got that good memory of who helped them out and who was always loving to them. See, the one day I got a call saying that she had her own kittens. She keeps the generation going. But they were outside and didn't know where they wanted me to go to get them before they became feral. I always hate it when a cat becomes feral or just they're really scared of the outside world and don't know. But that's my opinion. Sorry. So I went back to the old homestead to hopefully find her in that day and rescue the kittens. Nobody could get close to her or follow. I spoke to the neighbors saying, I'm looking for kittens. Did they see my cat wandering around? One neighbor did. So I asked permission to look around and try to find her. She agreed and wished me luck. I called and called to my cat, but she refused to come. I thought maybe I looked into this old rust bucket pickup truck in the neighbor's yard, but felt it was too sketchy to go look in the cab. Yeah, especially rust. I think a cat even knows rust is not good enough, but yeah, cats and kittens have been found in the strangest places. Whatever safest feels to them, but I'm loving this story. Very wholesome, and I'm loving it. Maybe a little over. Sorry that I keep getting sidetracked. I'm trying to find where I left off at. I gave up and waited for her to come get something to eat. Hopefully she would take me to her nest. She finally came and was so happy to see me. She seemed like she was really hungry and thirsty. Eventually she looked up at me asking to go outside again and kept looking up at me, meowing. Then walked forward to stop and look back at me. She wanted me to follow. I did so. Listening to her body language carefully, I stopped when she flicked her tail. She walked forward, carefully checking. She didn't want to give her nest position away. And cats are very, very intelligent. So are dogs. So are all animals. Sorry, Philip. I'm not saying cats are much smarter than every other animal, but every animal's fun. But sorry, back to the story. And essentially, I walked forward to meet her when she looked at me with eye contact. Carefully, we made our way to the neighbor's yard. You guessed it, the old bucket pickup truck. When the neighbor's dog barked out front window at me, it was a very tense moment for Rumple. I don't blame her. I could see the neighbor looking out her window, watching the whole time. What's she doing out there? What's she doing by the old rust pickup truck? Sorry. Rumple had her nest inside the cab. Inside the cab of the old pickup. I had no choice but to walk up to the sketchy bed of the pickup to open the sliding window where there were 4 beautiful kittens. Oh, very cute. Almost 2 weeks old, eyes starting to open. Oh, they get the... Oh, there's the world. I got them just in time, young enough to imprint, still to be socialized. I was so proud of her, and she wanted to show her mama just what a good mother she was. She really was. You raised her very well. She's so proud to show you the litter of kittens that she had. She knew that you gave birth, and she wanted to show you that she could also. Again, very wholesome and lovable story. I love these stories. Want to hear more from you and read them for you. Sorry, I'm getting lost again. Then I began to gather them up into my shirt. And didn't really like this, but she trusted me after a little convincing. I made sure she followed me back to the house. She was going to follow. On the way back, I knocked on the neighbor's door. Poor Rumple was really worried about what I was doing. The dog's mom. I showed the neighbor the kittens and thanked her again for letting me on her property. We took them home with us in Rumple. She with her babies stayed with us until I found the babies new homes. A year later, I got Rumple fixed and returned her the farm home, as I wasn't allowed to have a pet. I can't believe she took me to her babies and trusted me that much even after all this time. Heartwarming. Well, of course she trusted you. You raised her. You took her and you raised her. Cats never forget where they come from. They get a very great memory. And she loved you very much. Of course she was going to trust you. If you get a pet cat and able to imprint on the kittens at birth, you plan on keeping that kitten, do it. Exactly. In loving memory of Rumple, the cat my 2 kids grew up with and hated, not knowing she was very dear to me and had a piece of my heart. May she rest in peace, Rumple, from 2000 to 2018. Well, Rumple still looking over you, and she loves you very much, and I'm glad you shared that story with me. Rumple, very, very kind and loving. Of course, she wanted to have kittens of her own to show you that she could also. But may Rumple rest in peace, and she's over the rainbow bridge up in heaven having fun. I think she might be up there playing around with Gia, Belle, and Indy, and Morris and my cats. But up there catching mice in the field and bopping them on the head and then letting them go. But thank you again for sharing that story. I'd love to hear more from you and tell your stories. These are all very heartwarming and loving stories. And thank you very much once again. I'm glad I can tell them. Thank you for listening in. You're all awesome. You're all amazing. You're all beautiful people. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.